there's going to be season 2 for Trabaho. It was super... Did you ever think of giving up during a Trabaho shoot? I'm a foreigner. How tiring is it at this? Did you really get Kuya's money? Hey guys, it's Jessica here. And for today's video, I wanted to talk about our beloved Trabaho series. So just in case you guys didn't know about Trabaho series, it's a series that I started here on my channel where I try out different jobs here in the Philippines and learn how it is to be a professional at a certain industry, and also show you guys what a day in their life looks like. I think it's very important that we keep highlighting the additional jobs that are eventually the backbone of our economy. And to talk about my inspiration, there is a channel called The Workman in Korea. It's a very famous channel. Quite different from Trabaho. It's very informative and fun, and that's where I got the inspiration for this. But after the season 1, I heard that there was actually a show like that here in the Philippines too, the Day Off series, where Dasuri was also featured in. Because it is a series loved by a lot of you guys, there were lots of comments in the first season, and you guys also asked a lot of different questions. I guess the stuff that you weren't able to see on camera, I want to talk about it and discuss with you guys, because there's going to be season 2 for Trabaho series. Yay! I am in the process of filming all the episodes right now. I did want to review some of the previous episodes. And I also asked you guys to ask me some questions on Instagram.
180 lang. 80 lang.
So this is the Changge episode. And this was actually the first shooting, although this was a episode 2.
You want me to clap? Okay, 1, 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Sige na?
So, as you can see, there are a lot of technical issues during the shooting. You can see there were a lot of cars all the time because it was outdoor shooting, right? So, it was hard because not only I had to work, but also I had to film, right? Yep, I'm very clumsy. I always drop my phone everywhere. Yeah, so this is a scene where I'm preparing for some insert shots, you know, like where I walk and stuff. This was heavy, I remember. Yeah, and then we had a viewer, a subscriber visited me, and I almost hit him. Oh my god. In the video, I always appear to, or I always try to show like the best parts, but yeah, it was a pretty hard shooting, as you can see, you know. And this is the Sari Sari store episode. Cute. Yeah, so this Sari Sari store is actually a store that my friend knows.
Ito. Sukule.
Oh my god, this part.
6 pesos only.
The situation here is that, you probably know if you have watched the episode, but she was buying rice and I messed up the change. I thought it was like 48 pesos and she paid 100. So I gave her like 50 something, but it turns out it was 96. So the change was only like 4 pesos.
You
know,
100,
I learned a lot of Tagalog while I improved, I feel like, because, you know, sukule, I didn't even know what that meant.
96.
I feel like thinking about it now, I really dove into those industries without being super ready. I'm kind of embarrassed about that. Oh yeah, that's the Tusok episode. Actually, this is my favorite episode. And it was also the hardest shoot because we shot in the Pasig Palenque and it was super... The scene is hilarious. There was someone, he actually didn't even recognize me, but because we were filming and stuff, so he called his wife. Yeah, it was a hard shoot. And this one is the 4th episode. There was actually a restaurant that was joined with the cafe and there was Korean noodles. It was good. Yeah, so as you can see, I'm very clumsy, guys. try to be, or I appear to be not clumsy, but I'm actually very clumsy. The cafe, they gave me the apron. I have it
They gave us all the different
like a
kinds of
souvenir.
things.
And the cafe shooting was actually the easiest because it was in a controlled environment and there was aircon and the drinks were really good. I really love the vibe of this place.
Hindi siya sobrang matamis. That's why I like.
And this cafe was, notice this like grab.
Grabe sino to?
He's a team. He's a videographer.
She got scared.
I couldn't recognize him.
I thought Grab.
Filming, we actually had a lot of fun. Oh, and
It was
the
at this
highlight,
moment
the
that he
potato
knew
corner.
he f***ed up.
This was the hardest to get because we also needed the cooperation from the brand. It was a dream for me because, as the title of this episode says, a dream come true, because I am a huge fan of potato corner. And it was hard for me, I guess in the video because it's edited, but when I'm actually there, I actually learn it on the spot. So it takes a while to learn things. And then after the shooting, they gave me Tara fries. It was really good. I love it.
The thing is that potato corner, I really have the Terra size all by myself before. Now maybe Terra.
I did really used to have the Terra size all by myself before.
But then,
Now I can only handle like mega. And now I want to talk about questions that you guys asked me on Trabaho series. And I want to talk about this one first because I would say it was a little bit controversial. Every end of each episode, I receive the salary from my boss for working the whole day, right? And the reason why I wanted to include that in the video is because at the end of the day, I still want to put a lot of information in the videos. I want to highlight the financial part of that job as well, especially in the Tusok episode. A lot of people were, I guess, felt uncomfortable with the part where the money I earned from the Tusok vendor. So the system was like, we just half the profit. So he gave me half of his. I think it was around 300. Yeah, a lot of you asked, did you really get the money? You're not supposed to get the money. Did you really get Kuya's money? It's a YouTube aspect, I guess, that I wanted to show. That's why I included it. But once the shooting ended, I gave everything back. So don't worry about that part. And not many people are used to the YouTube system and everything, right? So we also make sure that they know what we're trying to do, instead of them just being clueless and saying yes to everything we ask them to do. Obviously, it doesn't work in that way. I don't want any controversy, of course, so I always try to be very careful. I let everyone who's in the video know what it is for. Now I would like to answer some of the questions you guys asked. You guys asked a lot. Thank you so much. So the first question, how do you get to collaborate with workers of your chosen trabaho? Good question. So as I said, either through connections like people we know, or we really go out in the field and search for people who we want to work with. That was the case with the Tusok vendor, the Change. How tiring is it out there? It's very tiring. It's just a one-day work. So in one day, I have to learn everything about that work. So also when we select the kind of job that we're gonna do, we don't try to choose the kind of jobs where it really requires a lot of training. Did you ever have a moment where you learned something that's very different from what you know? I guess all of the jobs were very different from how I thought that job is going to be.
May proper shaking po kami, ma'am.
Okay.
Ganun.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you really move like 1, 2,
Yes.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You really have to experience it with your body, with your skin, to be able to really understand something. You know, instead of just reading it with your eyes, just hearing it with your ears, actually doing it will make a big difference. I will never know how it really is when you are that person who is actually selling or doing the job. And I was honestly very nervous throughout the whole series, although I try not to show, because the last thing I wanna do is misrepresent the job or you know, stuff like that. Also knowing that I'm a foreigner, that makes things a lot complicated. The hardest one, as I said, was the Tusok. Wow, this is a good one. Did you ever think of giving up during a trabaho shoot? So I guess in the first season, I still was able to manage to do everything, but in the second season, there were some jobs where I really felt like giving up. A spoiler, one of the episodes is a taho vendor, and wow. Once I tried carrying the taho can I do this? And also one of the other shoots is palenque, cleaning the fish, and I couldn't do it. So definitely season 2, the jobs are more challenging, I would say, but it was still fun, I guess. Now I would like to invite you guys to watch the second season of Trabaho, which is going to come on the 10th of September. I'm going to end this video with a trailer. Me and my team have been preparing so much for this series, so I hope you guys all tune in for the second season. I hope you guys enjoyed all these backstories and the BTS of Trabaho season 1. Let's move on to the Trabaho trailer. Over the last few years, we've seen the growth of online opportunities. Some quit their full-time jobs to put up their own small businesses on social media, try their hand at live selling, start freelancing, launch their own YouTube channels to make income and share their traditional jobs to the world, and even the endless possibilities in the Web3 space where artists and other people can make money from digital assets. In Trabaho Season 2, I want to give way and share the stories of Filipinos who have embraced the online opportunities that come their way. Join me as I go out and try these jobs, show you what a day in their life looks like, and feature our hardworking Filipinos.